Chapter 3 The Kingdom of Pineal Philosophy and Art of Living. Since the earth is a free and sovereign space, entrusted unto all living men and women that inhabit the earth, the Kingdom of Pineal officially recognizes the earth as its temple space. Temple space, defined as any space or place of earth a living man or woman settles, with the intent of spiritually and physically practicing and living life equitably in trust, goodwill, and good faith of the principles and laws of nature. Any space of earth physically inhabited in trust and goodwill by any pineal pioneer and or a Kingdom of Pineal custodian member is considered a pineal temple space. At this present moment in time, the Kingdom of Pineal recognizes several spaces of the earth as official pineal earthly temples, administratively defined as embassies, with its flagship embassy established in central Portugal, on the foothills of the Serra da Estrela Mountains in the region of Coimbra. Spiritual observance. The Kingdom of Pineal's spiritual structure of practice is divided into two spheres of influence: tenets and laws. The Kingdom of Pineal observes and acknowledges that all life on earth and beyond is created and sustained by various laws of existence. Everything has a source. Everything has a rhythm of sustenance. And everything has a process of transmutation. Laws help with maintaining the order and balance between everything that coexists as life. Without law and order, there is chaos. Our spiritual observance and practice of living are based on individual sovereignty, free will, and collective trust in shared ideals. The Kingdom of Pineal does not adopt any religious or dogmatic belief systems, ideologies, or practices. Our spiritual tenets and laws are collective guiding precepts for each sovereign individual to embody in their own way. As a self-determined organization of peoples, the Kingdom of Pineal has established structured sovereign initiatives that enable and ensure a socially cohesive community of sovereign individuals living in collective trust. There is no special requirement needed to become a trustee or custodian member of the Kingdom of Pineal, other than what is stipulated within the Pineal Cultural Manifesto, namely, observance and practice of the Kingdom of Pineal spiritual tenets, philosophy, natural and common laws of equity. The Kingdom of Pineal observes and practices living under three structures of law: spiritual law, natural law, and common law. There are 33 officially recognized pineal laws that fall under these three groups, also referred to as the three houses of pineal laws. House 1, 12 universal spiritual laws. House 2, 11 earthly natural laws. House 3, 10 community common laws and equity, pineal acts. All three structures of law are underwritten and endorsed by the Kingdom of Pineal's heart tenets. Pineal heart tenets of living. Definitions. The pineal tenets are principles and guiding precepts that reflect the core values of the Kingdom of Pineal's collective trust. Pineal tenets are divided into three groups called houses. Each of the three houses have their own unique three tenets of practice known as principal pillars. These pillars create a combined sphere of 9 holy tenets. Pineal tenets were founded and are entrusted to those who choose to follow and live by the pineal way of life. The pineal way of life was founded on the principles of collective peoples coexisting harmoniously with all sentient and non-sentient life, equitably in balance with nature. This harmonious coexistence is based on the three pineal houses or tenets: honor, respect, and trust for all sentient and non-sentient life on Earth and beyond. Those who choose to live by the Pineal tenets must always do so in honor to the Earth, in the spirit of abundance, with respect and trust and goodwill for all life on Earth and beyond. Heart. The kingdom of Pineal observes 5 core pillars of trust that encompass the inherent first principles that ensure a fortified trust: honor, earth, abundance, respect, trust. These are the foundation of the Pineal tenets. Kingdom of Pineal heart tenets. Honor. The act of fulfilling an obligation or keeping an agreement in place in good faith. Honor is one of the first principal pillars of a securely built trust organization. Honorable principles, ethics, morals, and actions. Earth. Natural, tangible, material resources of intrinsic value. The earth aspect is a pillar of trust that represents the instruments of expression we use to experience life on this plane of earth. This includes any inanimate things that add value to our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. We often refer to such things as material possessions or assets. Abundance. A more than sufficient quantity of supply. When the supply of something outweighs its demand. The trust pillar of abundance is the pillar that ensures peace of mind, which then amplifies growth and prosperity. A foundation built on an abundance mindset cultivates a thriving economy of trust as opposed to an economy based on scarcity. When the spirit knows its infinite potential, the mindset becomes one of an abundant nature. An abundant mindset creates an abundant environment of experience and expression in the physical realm. Respect. To feel or show honor, esteem, or dutiful consideration for something or someone. The pillar of respect honors the mutual responsibility required of all members of a trust organization. Respect ensures that the virtues, morals, and ethical values of a trust organization always remain intact. In this regard, respect can be equated to the cultural values collectively embodied by each individual on behalf of the greater good. Trust. Firm belief in the reliability, truth, or ability of someone or something. Trust is the central pillar of any structure or organization of peoples. The embodiment of trust in all its various forms is what ensures social cohesion, peace, and prosperity. The Kingdom of Pineal is an organization of self-determined sovereign men and women living in trust of one another with the purpose of serving, protecting, and benefiting their collective wealth, health, and well-being. Kingdom of Pineal first pillar tenets. Honor. Honor your body. My body is a sacred temple. I will not intentionally harm my body or anybody. I will not consume or allow any processed or unnatural substances into my body. To do so is considered harm. I will always endeavor to consume, ingest, or use plant-based products as naturally and organically as possible in balance with nature. Honor your word. My word is my bond. I will be mindful of the words and spells I cast. I will always speak my truth with clear intent, with love and compassion for others. I will always endeavor to speak with the intention of love, peace, and justice for all that is pure and sacred to the earth. Honor the earth. The earth is my holy temple. I will honor my duty as an inhabitant of this earth by always using or taking from the earth only what I need and never more. I will always endeavor to replace or return what I have taken from the earth in equal measure of energy in balance with nature. Kingdom of Pineal second pillar tenets. Respect. Respect all sentient life. All sentient life is sacred. Humans, animals, all creatures great and small. I will never willingly or intentionally harm, kill, or shed the blood of another sentient being, human or animal. I will always respect the rights of all sentient creatures of the earth to naturally reproduce, live a full and happy life, and die with dignity, as naturally as possible, in balance with nature. Respect yourself. I am a sacred and divine being in all ways. I will never intentionally harm myself mentally, emotionally, or physically. I will never allow others to harm me mentally, emotionally, or physically. I will never intentionally harm anyone mentally, emotionally, or physically. I will always love and respect myself, everyone, and everything around me unconditionally. I have freedom of choice. I can and will say no to anything or anyone I think or feel may cause me or other beings harm. Respect the earth. I will be mindful and respectful of where I stand, walk, sit, or sleep upon the earth. I am a custodian of the earth, and therefore responsible for all the land, plants, rivers, oceans, mountains, creatures, great and small. With the custodian responsibility entrusted upon me to safeguard, protect, and nurture the earth, I will always endeavor to speak and act in respectful alignment with this responsibility. Kingdom of Pineal second pillar tenets. Trust. Trust yourself. I will always trust myself with honor and respect for myself in balance with nature. I will always trust myself in equal measure with those I choose to coexist with, in balance with nature. Whatever decisions I make will always be in alignment with the core values entrusted within me as an intelligent, sentient, and loving being of this earth. Trust the earth. The earth belongs to no one. The earth is entrusted unto all sentient beings that inhabit and coexist upon her. This includes me. I am a trustee of whatever sacred land I choose to inhabit in balance with the natural laws of life. Wherever upon the earth I choose to settle, I will always remember to honor and respect that space in trust with the universal laws of peace, love, and harmony. Trust life. All life is a precious gift. All life on earth and beyond exists in trust of all that is. I am part of all that is, and so I will endeavor to exist in trust of life on earth and beyond. All life on earth and beyond, sentient and non-sentient, is entrusted unto me. With love and respect, I will always honor this trust. Universal law. 12 spiritual laws. There are 12 universally recognized spiritual laws that govern all physical and metaphysical matter. Spiritual laws help us as humans to better understand how the universe works, the operational order of all things in existence. The law of divine oneness. The law of divine oneness highlights the interconnectedness of all things. Beyond our senses, every thought, action, and event is in some way connected to everybody and everything else. The law of perpetual transmutation of energy. On an energetic level, everything in the universe is constantly evolving or fluctuating on a micro and macrocosmic level. Energy never expires, it simply transmutes and transforms from one form to another, The law of correspondence. This law states that patterns repeat throughout the universe. This law enables us to reason intelligently from the known to the unknown. As above, so below. As below, so above. Our reality is a reflection of what's going on inside us. As within, so without. The law of compensation. Closely related to the law of attraction and the law of correspondence. You reap what you sow. This law states your efforts will always respond or react to you relative to your state of being. What goes up must come down. What goes out will come back. The law of attraction. Like attracts like. You get what you consciously or unconsciously believe or focus on. You attract that which is in alignment with the level at which you vibrate. The law of relativity. This law suggests that all things in existence are equal in qualitative measure. In this universal context, the concept of duality is dissolved into universal neutrality. All things eventually return to source by in relative balance to their original state. The law of polarity. This law dictates that everything in life has an equal, opposite energy to itself. Everything is dual. Everything has its pair of opposites. Like and unlike are the same. Opposites are identical in nature, but different in degree. This allows for the rhythmic push and pull of universal correspondence that all things operate from. Polarity heightens our experience of reality, thereby increasing our opportunity for growth. This is the yin and yang of life. The law of action. This law dictates that in order for something to be, it must be inspired by physical motion. Faith without works does not work. Every action is preceded by a thought, and thoughts have the power to eventually manifest in our physical reality. The law of rhythm. Everything in the universe operates on patterns and cycles. Everything flows, out and in. Everything has its tides. The pendulum swing manifests in everything. The measure of the swing to the right is the measure of the swing to the left. Rhythm compensates and allows for a neutral and balanced universal order. The law of gender. This law directly corresponds to the order of divine feminine and masculine energy that exists in all things. It highlights the dual nature of the universe. The law of vibration. Everything is in constant motion, vibrating at a specific frequency. This applies to matter, but also one's personal frequency as well. This law says that our vibrational frequency can inform our life experience through our perception of reality. Natural law and equity. Natural law dictates that humans possess intrinsic values that govern our reasoning and behavior. Natural law maintains that these intrinsic values, entrusted within us as humans, are based on ethical and moral grounds which we must follow to ensure the natural cycles and balance for all life on Earth. When natural law is not observed, honored, and respected, the rhythmic balance of life is lost. Natural laws are the first foundational pillar upon which all human laws of living on Earth must be founded on, guided by the principles and maxims of equity. The main maxims of equity are as follows. Equity acts in personam. Equity acts on the conscience. Equity aids the vigilant. Where the equities are equal, the earlier in time prevails, i.e., Where rights are equal in worth or value, the earlier right created takes precedence over the later. Equity looks at the intent, not the form, i.e., equity looks to the reality of what was intended rather than the way in which it's expressed. Equity will not suffer a wrong without a remedy, i.e., equity will not allow a person whom it considers having good claim to be denied the right to sue. He or she who seeks equity must do equity. He or she who comes to equity must come with clean hands. Equity is equality. Equity looks on that as done which ought to be done and imputes an intent to fulfill an obligation. Equity will not assist a volunteer. Equity follows the law, i.e., equity follows the rules of common law unless there is a good reason to the contrary. Kingdom of Pineal, natural law and equity. Trust in truth. Truth is the foundation of trust. Where there is no truth, there is no trust. Where there is no trust, there is no harmony. Where there is no harmony, there is no happiness, only chaos. Do not covet possession. Do not let your possessions possess you. Everything on this earth belongs to this earth. This includes all physical matter, everybody, everything, everyone, everywhere. Never assume ownership of anything. We are only temporary custodians of all earthly matter. Share abundance. The universe and the earth is abundant in resources. Land, food, water, air, shelter, and energy is everything we need to thrive as humans on this earth. These resources have been abundantly given to us by the earth to freely use. We must honor this abundance entrusted to us by using and sharing it with respect and in harmony with the balance of nature. Do no harm. Give all life the same amount of respect you would expect to receive. Do no harm, only good, and always endeavor to build and not destroy. Nurture all that is natural with honor, love, and respect. Love all beings. Love is the godly essence that binds all thoughts and emotions. Without love, there is no spiritual connection. When we love ourselves and each other, we create the godly essence that binds us all together as earthly human beings. Where there is love, there is good. Where there is good, there is God. Honor and respect nature. Nature is the source of all earthly creation. Therefore, nature is the God of the earth. Without nature, there is no life, land, trees, plants, waters, creatures great and small. All that is natural in nature must be honored with love and respect. When we lose honor and respect for nature, we begin to lose our own human nature. Honor and respect those before you. Nothing would exist today without the cause and effect of the past. We must always honor and respect the past. Without this, there is bound to be no future. Our ancestors, our elders, our shamans, our prophets and mages must always be honored and respected for any human community to thrive. Live and let live. All sentient beings have the right to live a happy and abundant life. All sentient beings have the right to thrive and prosper in balance with nature, without infringing on the free will of other sentient beings. Free will. All conscious sentient beings have the right to freely and willingly choose their destiny, as long as they are not infringing on another being's free will to do the same. All life must be allowed the opportunity to freely express themselves without fear of persecution or oppression, as long as they are doing so with goodwill towards others. Respect all life. All life is precious in equal measure. No one and nothing has the right to deprive or take the life of any sentient being. A sentient being is a being with conscious awareness of feelings, emotions, and actions. Kingdom of Pineal Community, Common Law and Equity. Common laws are laws enacted or agreed upon by a collective of people who choose to coexist with common values and ideals. Common laws are unique and individual to any society, community, or collective of people who come together in common unity. Where common laws are created and observed by an organized collective of people, those common laws become the law of the land. Collective common laws often set the precedent for all other cultural laws that become the statutes and acts of that said community or society. Common laws must always be guided by the principles and maxims of equity. Prohibition of abusive use or consumption of recreational alcohol. Prohibition of the consumption of any and all animal foods and products. Prohibition of the abusive use of recreational drugs. Prohibition of the use of violence of any kind to settle disputes. Prohibition of negative discrimination towards any and all sentient beings, human and animals of any kind. Prohibition of usury, blackmail, intimidation, physical force, extortion, monetary interest, or any other oppressive acts that may cause harm or distress to others. Prohibition of the use of negative or black magic through spellcasting or any other means or practices. Prohibition of the use of abusive behavior towards any and all sentient beings, physically, mentally, or emotionally. Prohibition of any acts, actions, or motive means that may infringe on the free will of another person. Always observe, honor, respect, and abide by all the Pineal laws and tenets with trust and goodwill.